Syrians, and welcome back to the main channel. Welcome to the last video this week of the whole when. So, this week I'll be doing will, would, could, should. All this of should, whatever return. Because I think that's always a good concept to run off. But today we might have more than one video, depending on how big the news is. Because at the moment, as I've just seen, Doctor Who are at San Diego Comic-Con for the next few days, and we've got a few panels coming up. So we've got a Hall, well they've got the Hall H type thing, which isn't Hall H, because that's where Marvel do it, but in one of the, basically there's one event where they announce a load of things, right, and they get forced to announce a load of things, that's the whole point of doing a massive panel, and then you have your other panels which are there just for, so we've got that crossover with another franchise and a short mention, but that's just two showrunners having a conversation about how they run the show, about just advice and whatnot. That's more of a, you would see at a regular, like a, not a big Comic-Con, like a, I don't know, like a Barnsley Comic-Con, for example. So a Comic-Con that isn't your big ones like your London Comic-Cons and your San Diego Comic-Con, they're the big heavy hitters that where all the big franchises announce things, and this, the small ones are just where they sit back, have a conversation with other people about sort of a selection of things. So there might be a couple of videos today talking about the news, but if the news doesn't arrive till tomorrow or whenever, there'll be videos on it. I will be covering it as soon as possible. But first, let's talk about when will Susan return. Well, it's inevitable now that we've planted Susan back into the eye line in Series 14. So will she return in either 15 or 16? We know that Carole Ann Ford is happy, is glad, and still works in the realm of Doctor Who on audio. So I know that I've dropped my hat, she wouldn't mind playing Susan again. My only discrepancy with it, and I know someone's going to have an answer for me, and please do, because I've not yet heard Susan's War. I've got it, it's on the list of things for me to listen. I will review it as soon as I've listened to it. But I'm thinking to myself, well, Susan the Time Lord, so theoretically, if she returns as Carole Ann Ford, which I'm happy for her to, well, that begs the question of, well, why is she not regenerated? Because she's in on the audios as herself now. So, must she not be able to regenerate? That's the one thing I've never learned, because we've never seen her regenerate ever. So, that's the only thing that I've always had questions. Can you, if you have a daughter, who then has a granddaughter, can them not regenerate due to the fact that the Doctor's not really a Time Lord? Did we put... did the Timeless Child not get invented by Chris Chibnall and only get invented back in the 60s to hide the fact that Susan can't regenerate? Or am I making that up? Because I don't know if she can regenerate, and I've not heard her audio Susan's War yet, so I don't know if she mentioned the, oh yes, no I can't regenerate. I don't know if she mentions it there. I'll be open all ears if she wants to tell me that she can't regenerate, but at the moment in time I'm confused. I'm never normally confused, but because we've never had it mentioned in the TV show, and I don't think it's been mentioned in the audio, I'm going to safe bet that. It'd be weird if she returned and the Doctor goes, hang on a second Susan, why have you not regenerated? And she'll go, well, I didn't know I could regenerate. And she'll go, well, it's not like a, oh yes, I'll regenerate today. What are you doing? So, I want Carole Ann Ford to return as Susan on TV, no matter what way we look at it. But I want an explanation briefly somewhere to explain why can Susan not regenerate, and who's Susan's mother? That's the other question I've always wanted to know. Who's the Doctor's daughter to be who's Susan's mother? Because I know the Doctor's daughter isn't Jenny, played by David Tennant's wife, Georgia Tennant, at that time, Georgia Moffat. It's not Jenny, because Jenny can't have been born using the DNA from the Doctor when the Doctor was in 10th incarnation to then have a child back in the 60s. That's not possible, right? I know it's a time travel shows or anything's possible, though that is not possible. So I think that having an explanation with that, I mean, there probably is an explanation, and they're probably just misheard and not really paid attention to that explanation. But I mainly want to know if she can regenerate, so let me know in the comments section down below, or in the comments of wherever you see this video. Thank you. So, my overall opinion on matters at hand is I think she'll return in series, I'm going to say series 16, I think, because she's, I don't, because we're setting her up to return. I think we need one series where she's vaguely mentioned, and mentioned every so often, and not all the time, but just on and off, so that when she returns, it's da-da-da-da-da! We've set this up for 2 series, and she's back! And then it'll be a happy ending. So, there we have it. Thank you guys for watching. Tell me about. Bye!
Don't forget to subscribe to the official Tom Mason YouTube channel.